Okay, tell me if you're in this camp. You're over 40, you've been watching YouTube for a long time and been thinking, I could do this. You've been watching YouTube for a long time and been thinking, I want to do this. But finally, you're in the same camp of, but I haven't done this yet. If that's you, then you've come to the right place. So, a little bit of background about me. My name is Eric Nelson. I've been in the software and tech industry for over 25 years. It's been a good career. It's been a good place to be. But I've been feeling a sense of, I don't know if I want to use the word burnout, but after doing something for 25 years, you start to feel, and I've started to feel, a desire for something different. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to go quit my job. Not all of us are in a place that we could do that, and that's okay. That's not what this video is about. It's about being willing to take that jump into something that I've wanted to do and that I'll bet you've wanted to do for quite some time, which is start a YouTube channel. This is something that's been on my mind for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, and I just haven't done it until recently. And let me go over what I believe are some of the top reasons that we don't start our channel. And by we, I'm primarily focused on that group of folks 40 and over who believe that we are too old for YouTube. But let me give what I believe are some of the top reasons. First, the one that I already said was I'm too old. We're going to get into that one. And trust me, as a foreshadow, that is actually a strength and not a weakness. The one that got me hung up for the longest is I don't have anything original to say. We're going to hit this one the most because that's the thing that I think holds most of us back and the biggest lie that we tell ourselves. The third thing that I think that stops us from starting is that we feel like we need to niche down. Okay, if I'm going to start a channel, what's it got to be about? It has to be about software engineering. It has to be about tech reviews, product reviews. It has to be about cooking. I'm going to stop you right there. There is no need to niche down yet. I think another one that stops us is the fear of putting ourselves out there in public. What are people going to think? Are people going to be mean in the comments? Probably, sometimes. But for the most part, I think we've seen as we've consumed our own channels and looked at comments, for the most part, people are good, they're kind, they're encouraging. So we need to give people the benefit of the doubt and not be scared to put ourselves out there. What we have to say matters. What our experience in life is valuable, and people will be interested in hearing it. We just have to take that next step to start the channel and put that content out there. If these things describe you, the first thing I want to say is you're not alone. Most of us feel these same things. Most of us are in the same camp. And I would probably say most of us, therefore, don't even start a channel because of those things. I'm here to dispel, or at least give permission to push those reasons aside and just start. That's what I want to talk about today. Now, we're going to get into these three things that I listed, and I just want to give my thoughts. Again, I'm not the authoritative source. I'm fairly new here to YouTube. I'm just starting to figure this out myself. But I want to talk about what I've discovered, even in the short time that I've actually made the step forward and started my channel and started posting videos. So let's talk about the first one. And this one is a sensitive one because it's age related. I know because I'm well into my 40s and nearly 50. The thought that YouTube is for young people who are more energetic and are better at editing videos and are out there shooting while they're hiking a mountain, all those things that we think are a young person's domain. I'm here to say that age doesn't matter at all. And in fact, I will even emphatically say that age gives you an advantage because you have years of experience, either in the topics of the videos that you want to post or just in life, and you have things that you want to share. It could be around relationships or interpersonal communication, parenting, whatever it is, your age is an advantage and not a disadvantage because of that experience that you have. And people want to hear it. They want to know what you have to share and offer the world. So let's put that one aside very quickly. Age has nothing to do with this. If that is something holding you back, I get it. But I want you to flip your mindset on that and realize it is an asset and not a liability to whatever content you want to bring to YouTube. The second point is the one that got me hung up for the longest, and that is I have nothing original to share. And I kid you not, I spent months going back and forth on this. What could I possibly post to YouTube that hasn't already been done? And the answer is probably not much. But that shouldn't stop you, because what I finally grew to understand is that originality is not about doing something or sharing something that hasn't already been done or shared. It's about sharing content from your perspective. You are the differentiator. No matter what it is you want to talk about, and no matter how many videos have already been done on that subject, nobody was you, and nobody came at it from the perspective of your experience and your personality and your style of sharing and teaching. So I will say this again, originality is not doing something that hasn't been done, it's doing something from your unique perspective. Please remember that. I think if you can grasp that will dispel all doubt, and you can empower yourself to go out and start creating content. Even if it's been done before, it hasn't been done by you. The third point is an interesting one, and I know that there's a lot of debate on this on YouTube, and that is, do I need to niche down on my channel? Some will tell you, no, just get started. Some will tell you, yes, you need to niche down. Start your channel where you want to go and just continue to iterate on that. I don't know that there's a definitively right answer. Here's what I can tell you from my perspective. If you're waiting to figure out what niche you want to start, and that is the thing keeping you from starting, then the answer is you don't need to niche down. Just start. There's a really fantastic video done by Ali Abdal, and I'll share that in the description. And what he talks about is this topic of just starting. He's actually gone as far as to create a course. And the course, you pay a little bit of money, and it teaches you how to just get started. The basics of, what equipment do you need? What kind of editing software you need? But the bigger premise of his course is you just need to start. And what he says is the outcome of this course is that you generate 7 videos. It doesn't matter what they are. It doesn't matter what niche they are, how high quality they are, how long or short they are. You create 7 videos and post them. That's the trick. And if you do that within a 6-month time period, he refunds all your money. Now, why does he do this? The answer is because he knows that it's all about momentum. Clear away all the excuses that you've told yourself why you can't start or shouldn't start. Just push them all aside. Just start. You can create a video about how awkward it is to start a video. You can create a video just in a vlog style, what you're doing around house or work. Go out on a walk and post and just, do a stream of thought type of video. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good it is. It doesn't matter how polished the edit is. Create them, post them. And that momentum is what will compel you to keep going and keep going. And then all of a sudden the ideas start to flood in, and that momentum carries you into the next video and the next one. The example for me personally on this is I could not figure out where to start. I have a lot of things that I like. I like photography. I like hiking. I like tech. I like tech products and product reviews. And because there were so many things that I could do, I was paralyzed on what I should do. One day it struck me, because again, I'm in technology, and AI is a really big topic. You may have heard of this recently. You'd have to be living under a rock if you haven't. And I was using it at work, and I was using Notebook LM to create some research around how to run a successful architectural program. And it finally occurred to me, this is a video. This is an example of a useful technology that I enjoy, that I have gotten good at, that has actually helped me in my job. And there it is. There's your idea. And so that became my very first video, was a tutorial on Notebook LM and how anybody could use it in their own personal life. It doesn't have to be work related. And I sat down and I filmed it. I'm sure it wasn't the greatest film. You can go look at it if you want. I still think there's some interesting content. I felt awkward. I still feel awkward. It didn't stop me from doing it. I sat down, filmed it, edited it, and posted it. I cannot tell you the freeing feeling that comes from posting your first video. That clears all the obstacles out. It clears all the excuses out, all the mental impediments that keep you from just starting. When you do your first one, they just dissolve. And shortly thereafter, I had the second idea for my next video, and then I sat down and I shot that video and I posted it, and it felt great. Now, I don't have a ton of subscribers and views, and that's okay. That's not why I'm doing this. It's the fact that I just started. This is what Ali is trying to say. If you just start, the momentum picks up and your ideas start to flow, and it gets easier to talk in front of a camera. It gets easier to do your edits, and then you just keep going. Over time, you can figure out your niche. That's fine. You don't need to know that now, and you don't need to have an original idea. I will keep saying that until I'm blue in the face. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with just a few ideas about how to think about your first video, the first idea, the first thing you're going to post. The first one is, what do people ask you about? It's that simple. What do people come to you for when they want advice or when they need to understand something? What do they come to you for? For me, people come to me all the time for questions about computers and technology. It's what I do. It's what I know. It's what I'm good at. So naturally, that became the first idea for a video because I do this for a living and I have some really good ideas about how it's not just helped me at work, but personally. So what do people ask me about? That's your first idea. My second thought is, what have I learned the hard way? And what I mean by that is, what lessons have I learned the hard way? It could be through finances. What are some things that I learned that I want to share with people so that they can avoid those mistakes? Or maybe they're not mistakes. Maybe they're just things that have helped you and you know that people would find helpful in their own lives. It could be relationship type of stuff. What has helped you in your marriage? What has helped you with your kids? All of these things, we as human beings are always looking for advice from other people on how can I be better? How can I be a better husband, father, co-worker? If you have some things that you've learned and you know that you have something of value to share, that's a video idea. Sit down. It can be a well-scripted video. It can just be one that you just have a stream of consciousness and you just talk. That's a great place to start in terms of video ideas. Third idea is, what am I passionate about? What do I love to do? I love to hike. I could go and do some hiking videos. I love landscape photography. I could do some photography videos. Yes, there's a lot of those out there. It's fine. Again, there's no videos with you out there. So what am I passionate about? What are my hobbies? People go on and do woodworking. They may talk about music and instruments. Anything that you're passionate about is a great idea for a video. Another idea is document, don't create. And by that I mean, you want to go and learn something new. I'm going to learn a new language. I'm going to learn the guitar. And your videos become the documentary of that process from the very beginning as you progress over time. People love this kind of stuff because they want to know that it's okay to start from scratch and not be good at something, and to see that the dedicated process of continuing to learn nets results. And so seeing your process in that is really valuable. That could even be the process of starting a YouTube channel and learning how to film, learning how to edit videos. That could be your documentary. So that's just my thoughts on what keeps us from starting and maybe some ideas about where you could start. So I'll leave you with some final advice that I think has at least helped me, and take it for what it's worth. The first thing is, keep it simple. You do not need an overly complex idea. You do not need an overly complex environment. You don't need complex and expensive equipment. You can start with your phone, propped up on a table, in your kitchen. Your phone can shoot in 1080p, 4K. It's plenty good for posting on YouTube. You can get free software. DaVinci Resolve is free. It's an amazingly powerful application. I have that. That's what I use to edit my videos on. In fact, I'm going to do a short video on how to get started and some ideas about where to start. The second thing I would say at the end here is just go with a 3-video challenge. Just commit yourself that you're going to do 3 videos. Doesn't matter how long, doesn't matter about what, doesn't matter how professional. You're going to shoot, edit, and post 3 videos, and that just starts your channel. My third idea is focus on value and not perfection. Do I have something of value to present? Awesome. Doesn't matter how perfectly you speak to a camera. As you can see, I don't do a great job, but I'm enjoying this. And I hope that something that I share is of some value to somebody out there. And in fact, I will say, I just recently got my very first comment on my very first video that I posted, and the comment was amazingly kind. And it's something to the effect of, I stopped watching videos on learning languages because I felt that there was nothing new to offer. And your approach, the approach that I gave, was using AI, in this case Gemini, to create study guides for learning a language. And the comment was just that I've never thought of that. This was really great, and thank you for posting it. And I cannot tell you how great that felt. Just to know that one person felt that what I posted was of some value to them. And that gave me more momentum to do my next video. It's a great feeling. And then finally, the last thing that I would say is remember the power of authenticity. You don't need to be showy on the camera and speak, flashy hands. I do speak with my hands, but that's just a bad habit. It's not for the camera. The most important thing is that you're authentic. People can feel that. And they know when you are somebody that cares. They know when you're somebody that has something to share and has some expertise in a topic. Just be authentic. Don't worry about how you come across on camera. So my final parting words are start. All of the excuses, just clear them out. Just start. The world does need the value that your personal individual experience provides. So here's my challenge. Go and create your first video. Just do it. It doesn't matter what equipment you have. It doesn't matter how good it is. Just do it. And here's where I'd love some engagement from you. In the comments, I would love you to post 2 things. First, what is personally keeping you from starting? And second, what is the topic that you're going to do your first video on? And then a third at the end there is, if you do decide to go and do this and you create your video, please come back to the comments section and post a link to it. I promise I will watch it, and the others that come to the comments will go and watch it as well. You will not regret starting your channel. You will not regret posting your first video. The only thing that you will regret is continuing to not do it. So just start. Start today or tomorrow, but today's better. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please post your comments on what has been helpful. Please post your comments on what more you'd like to see from my channel. I want to know what would be of value to you. And most of all, just get out there and create and share your unique perspective, because I want to hear it and the world wants to hear it. Thanks so much, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.